Thank you for tuning in with Dr. Leisha, the preacher. Okay. Okay. So, just based on experience as a young woman, a married young woman coming up through the church. Okay. I noticed that my marriages, they did best during the times we had a pastor and, his wife, that were actively involved. Some type of marriage counseling, was very important to the successful times in my marriages, the times when we could make decisions and, have some accountability to our decisions, kind of thing. So for me, as a young woman in my 20s and 30s, raising a family, a husband, and kids and stuff, it was better when I had marriage counseling. I do better when I have a pastor to talk to about my husband. Another man outside of our bloodline, not his father, not my father, not his mom, not my mom. Someone that, that's not so directly connected to the family. I could, go to him and say, well, he didn't come home last night. Or I could call my pastor at 2 in the morning and say, he just walked in the door. you know. And the old school pastors, they come right over. I've had pastors come over at my house 2, 3 in the morning, talking to my husband so I wouldn't kill him. I've had pastors that had to explain to my spouse that, yes, you do need to provide life insurance policies for your family in case something happened to you. Yes, you do need to move away from your parents. Like, you don't need to live, 1 block from your parents and the person you really want to be married to. You know what I'm saying? You need to probably buy a house in a different city or something. You know? So for some people, having a pastor is very, very, very important to their marriage, to their family life. Now, are there a lot of extremely independent people out there in the world who was raised, perfectly, and they don't need any adult counsel? Of course, there's people like that. But a lot of people are not like that. A lot. So that's why a lot of people need, some type of counseling, like lifelong, ongoing. They weren't raised to, be able to discern and decipher through stuff like this. You know, they don't know how to, negotiate their life. Yes, ma'am. Take it, no, but I did use the car to escape and stuff last night and all that. Yeah. Uh, Give me 1 minute. I'm not. Hold on 1 second. I'll be done in 2 seconds. Yeah. Um, yeah. Some people need ongoing counseling, ongoing guidance. Their entire adult life, especially when it comes to negotiating with other people. People come to the marriage table with different skills, different levels of skills. And you know, you need counseling. You need a mediator. Just because you say I do and get married does not mean that you know how to move mountains with another person. Getting another person to get along with you, to move forward in a way that is beneficial to you, them, and the both of you. And then if you have children, there's so many other people to consider with each step you take, each decision you make. So when people don't have a mediator, don't have a counselor, someone to kind of help them make decisions, reach conclusions together. Together is the key, move in unison, move in unity, um, and not just be stuck. So anyway, I realized that some couples need their pastor to be very involved with them, almost like another partner in the relationship. I mean, usually non-sexual, of course. It's usually non-sexual. Now, do sex happen sometimes? Probably so. Because it gets really intimate. The confessions, the conversations, being involved in, whether or not people should buy another house or consider another job or have another kid or, when you start describing, what it's like to be cheated on. And I mean, you're really bringing this third person into your life on levels that other people are not privy to. So, you know, so with that being said, when I realized that my second marriage was over really, even though we could not afford, not so much money wise, but we couldn't afford to officially end it, so we kept, the sex going, we kept the family vacation, we kept everything going, even though technically we were over. And we just labeled it poly, open marriage. I was honest on my end, but he wouldn't exercise the honesty on his end. And the proof is he's actually married to one of his secrets right now. When you marry your secret, it's like, that's the proof. So I realized that it is probably best at this point in my life, based on my experience opening up my marriage and mostly dating other married couples. I became like a third to married couples. My husband and I were like swingers, basically. when you boil it all down. And I just realized that in dating these couples, most of the time, it was non-sexual dating, with these couples. They really just needed someone else to talk to, that they both could talk to. Someone that wouldn't necessarily judge them, expose them, put them on blast, their business, their marriage issue. You know what I'm saying? And I was trying to figure out, well, how can I be this for other couples? Be like a third companion, mostly non sexual. I'm a sensual person. I like to touch and be flirty. That's just me, touchy feely flirty. And I'm a nudist and, I'm just interesting anyway. But when it comes to sex, it's really not that big of a deal to me. You know, I mean, if I'm going to do it, I'm going to do it and do it well. But I can live without it. When it comes to other people, you know, to me, it's a type of marriage. It is the marriage, sex. There's nothing more married than that. Well, yeah, you can get paperwork and file it at a courthouse, yeah, make it legal, but the marriage is the sex. I find myself more purposeful, more meaningful, more satisfied when I'm helping other people on the most intimate level possible. And there's nothing more intimate than helping a married couple stay together just because they need a friend, someone to help them mediate, you know, counsel in in whichever way that they need it. And the best way at this point in my life, considering my age of 55, considering my color of a dark skinned Black woman in America, considering that, men my age prefer that younger woman. I mean, I'm not mad or complaining about any of that. I'm glad to be here. I'm glad to be at the point in my life where I am most desired, most needed as that fun girlfriend to marry people who are not afraid to deal with their marital problems at any level. The ones that are confident enough to be as honest as possible with one another, even in front of somebody else, a witness. I consider myself a type of witness to couples, married ones, married, not, I mean, legally, yeah, but deeper than legal, much deeper than legal. Some couples are divine, divine couples. They supposed to be together. Because they are together, so many other people are blessed. So many other people are inspired, can dream. Those are the kind of couples I like to help stay together, whatever they need. You know, I needed people like that in my life. People were welcome to help. I let people help us. But they just wanted to steal from us, take from us, though, you know. But it's all good. I still knew what I needed, and I'm willing to offer it to other people, to other married couples who are both on the same page, who both want to be honest and tackle every single marriage problem until it's all gone. Leave no stone unturned. Deal with your marriage. Deal with it. And leave your children and your grandchildren wealth for generations to come. That's what I'm about. Helping families stay strong, stay together, and not divide them, not hurt them, you know. So I accept, gladly accept being one of those, widowed, divorced, un, unwanted kind of women. I'm fine with it. It's like a biblical passage to help the community as a solo woman in the ways that the community need. Because I'm not tied down to just one man, serving one man to no end with no honor. I can just serve a whole community of people, men, women, children, however they need it. Being unwanted is not the end of anyone's world. Not at all. I feared it, but once it smack you in the face, once that you hit that wall, hit the wall, once you hit that damn wall, like Donkey Kong, shoot, now I'm purposeful. Now I'm meaningful. Now I can navigate. I have no restrictions. The independence is worth figuring out, my independence for the first time. It's worth the trial and error, you know. It's worth it. Has to be. It has to be. And this political climate we're in, ooh, I mean it's devastating and wonderful at the same time. It's devastating, all the changes, but also wonderful, because that's what the ending of my marriage was like. It was devastating. I'm like, what am I supposed to do? You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, it's like I can do everything now as long as I don't do this again. If I don't get married again or overcommit again, sacrifice myself again, then I can book my next cruise again. I had to purchase a car recently. Oh, I hate having car payments, but I had to go ahead and break down and do it, guys. They met my terms. Why not? They met my terms and gave me a quote unquote free vacation. All I got to do is pay the, little taxes and port fees and things, you know. But the trip is for two. I don't have nobody. So it's just going to be me again, which is fine. I may take my grandson. I may. I don't know. I don't know. When for his 16. Caden will be 16, guys. So, anyway, yeah, I think I'm just going to go on this trip by myself. I love traveling by myself. I was so scared too at first. I'm going to be honest. I was scared. I was like a little mouse traveling by myself. But now I'm out there, hey, making videos and taking y'all with me and stuff. Now I can meet whoever I want. I talk to single people, married people. I talk to whoever I want. young people, old people. I ain't trying to have sex with nobody. I'm not. I'm a good girl now. You know, going from ho to holy, ho to holy, y'all. Ho to holy. Because at first I was kind of holy, turned into a married hoe, and then now I get to be holy again. So holy ho, holy, holy ho, holy. So that word holy and ho, and it's just all kind of like, I'm silly, y'all. I'm a fool. A foolish old woman who just happened to know the Bible. And I like to share the Bible in realistic ways. I do, because the bride of Christ is supposed to be some hoe anyway, some prostitute that keep leaving. Whether you male or female, if you're a believer, you keep hoeing around on the Lord, technically, biblically speaking, right? All right, so let me get off of here because I will continue to embarrass myself and my entire family. My whole channel is an embarrassment to my entire family. I told myself when I get my first million because of this crazy stuff, they'll be all right, y'all? They'll be all right. All right, guys. Yes, I just wanted to talk about whatever the title is. I forgot what it was at this point. I hope I touched on it. Just been rambling. But yeah, so, God is good. Click subscribe, like, the notification bell. Don't worry about sending a donation. My Cash App is down. My Cash App is down. It's so weird. My PayPal still work. Dr. Alicia the Preacher. But, I'm not monetized on here. And this is not like about money for me. But I know some people are givers. I am. I'm a giver. When I watch a person enough and I feel really, blessed by them, I send them some, But now my Cash App is down. I'm like, oh well. So just continue to support me on this channel. I'll be happy with that. Keep my views, keep me in the algorithm. And, you know, I'm just trying to roll out a book called The Eternal Deficit of Mankind. It's a theory that I'm developing. I believe we owe Most High, we owe God. Based on the bad decisions and choices we make, and we don't deal with them and we just sweep stuff under the rug and all that, we're in debt to God. Because we're here to be fruitful, multiply, okay, and teach our offspring to do the same thing, both for the kingdom of God in heaven and on earth. That's what we're supposed to be doing. So every time we're not doing that, we're in debt to God. Don't worry about these debt collectors on this earth. I mean, we, need to pay them and stuff, but I'm just saying, that's not the worst debt. The worst debt is owing him. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. All right, guys, let me get off. My family is in demand. I'm so blessed to have one. That divorce tried to crush my whole family situation, too. It tried to leave me like a dried up hole on the street with no hope, no family, no love, no support. But God said no. God said no, no. Get my hoe up off the floor. I'm putting her to work. Just because you don't want her, don't mean I don't. The Lord want me, and He has good use for me. He has good use for me when it comes to divine marriages and families. Help them stay together. For as long as possible. Help them get through the hard stuff. Some of this stuff be hard, y'all. It be hard. But it takes a person like me who have lived through a bunch of hard stuff to be able to deal with some of the complex issues like incest, infidelity, debt, spiritual debt, generational trauma, stuff, real stuff, real stuff. Yeah, yeah. So, all right, share my videos with others. I have over 5,000 videos on here. Keep looking, keep watching, watch my videos, comment, you know. Someone recently commented and said that she looks like Felicia on Friday. I'm like, Felicia on Friday? I'm like, well, my name's Alicia. Let me look it up. I looked it up. I'm like, oh, okay. The braids and just the overall crackhead look, I guess. You know what I mean? Not that we look alike, but between the braids and just, the hood preacher look, I get it. It's not the worst of compliments. All right, guys, you all be blessed.